everything about Little Will and how we're doing that you want to know. We're telling you all the things that went wrong and we're seeking wisdom.
We're gonna get really real here. The good, the bad, the ugly.
Eat, sleep, poop, repeat. He's gonna join our interview.
What's one postpartum thing you were not prepared for?
Heart rate was dropping. Tiffany had to go on and off the oxygen. Baby's heart rate was dropping. Absolute mayhem. I was not ready for that. That was shocking. It says in the Bible, he gives his beloved sleep. I don't think we're very beloved right now.
He has not been in his nursery one time. Nursing, formula pumping.
Are we having more kids? Big question. We're gonna have a little girl.
We're pregnant.
Don't really care what's up around the bend. It's our song and it's our story till the end. So let's begin.
Alrighty crew, I know everything has been baby content lately, and it's of course because we're obsessed, but we have definitely not forgotten about our first family member. Every day I can count on Duke for two things. He's ready to play and he loves his meals from the Pets Table. The Pets Table provides Duke with a complete and balanced diet that supports gut health, immunity, and vision. We switched to Pets Table because kibble is often carb concentrated, highly processed at high temperatures, and that depletes the food's nutritional value and flavor. Today I've got chicken casserole with green beans, beef stew with carrots. You're about to see how much he is obsessed. Do you love it? Do you love it? I know I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you. Sit. All right. I don't know if he loves his new dinner or me more. At least I'm the one bringing it, so we can all feel loved. Did you eat all your food? Did you eat all your food? He licks it clean every single time. When we switched over to the Pets Table, we could see a noticeable difference in Duke's health, his energy, his coat, excitement for dinner time. You can customize your specific meal plans and they're gonna be delivered right to your door.
Is that good, boy? Every last drop.
Post-dinner workout. Attaboy! Attaboy! Check out the description box right now. I've got a link just for you guys to get a special discount from the Pets Table. You're gonna love it as much as me and Duke. Back to baby adventures. What's up, YouTube gang? We are back with our first ever postpartum Q&A. We're about a month in to this parenting thing, and boy, oh boy, oh boy. It is some degree what we were expecting, and a lot degree not what we were expecting. We asked you guys what your biggest questions were for the first month, and we've summarized them here to answer them all for you. All the nitty gritty, everything about Little Will and how we're doing that you want to know. Are you ready for this time?
Yes, we're gonna get really real here and share all the postpartum, the good, the bad, the ugly, but there's not so much bad and ugly. We think our child is wonderful, so I cry every time I see him, tears of joy, so I'm very happy. You can hear him in the back.
He just cried a little tear of joy. I thought we were gonna pull this video off when our 1 hour wake window lets him sleep, but hey, we'll see if we can get through it.
Yeah.
But I definitely think I'll be bringing him here into the interview to show you guys before it's over. You ready for question one?
Yes, this is probably an easy one for Lawson. Tell us the basic info, official date of birth, weight, all that stuff.
William Daniel Bates. He's named after great-grandfather, his grandfather, his dad on one side, and then he's named after his grandfather, Dan, on the other side. William Daniel, we think is a strong name and carries on a lot of great lineage. Weight was actually bigger than we expected. I know we talked about the doctors saying that, hey, he's looking like he's gonna be bigger, we may need to induce. We didn't end up having to induce, but he was bigger than we expected. I thought, you know, they just say that, he can't be that big. He ended up being 7 pounds 2 ounces, which is very big for almost 2 weeks early. Birth date, July 19th. I was thinking he might hold out and come on my birthday, which would have been really cool to have a firstborn birthday buddy as your son, but it's okay, he'll have a day all to himself.
Yes.
Except he has a cousin on the same day. 19 inches long, 7 pounds 2 ounces, born at 4:49 p.m. on July the 19th. That's your quick overview.
And so in my family, My brother Eric's birthday is on July 30th, and Lawson's is the 27th. It was funny because every week in July, it's my son's birthday, my husband's birthday, and my brother's birthday, so every weekend in July. And something cool that my mom told me is that he was born on 7/19 and he weighed 7 pounds. He was 19 inches, so I just thought that was cool.
I don't know why, but you guys threw a totally random question in here that was asked a lot that says, how did you and Lawson meet? A lot of you guys are new subscribers and haven't seen all of our old posts. So the real short of it is we met on a dating app. No, we met on Instagram. We did have some mutual friends, and I was helping sponsor a child to come to the US from the Philippines for an open heart surgery, and her mother had to fly through LA. Tiffany lived in San Diego, so when I was taking those folks back post-op, I was able to meet Tiffany in person after talking a little over a month, getting to know her over FaceTime. I was in San Diego visiting for 3 days. I got back to Rocky Top and bought her a ticket the next day to come out to the family Christmas, right into the chaos, from just the two of us and her parents visiting in San Diego to her meeting all 18 siblings and only 15 grandkids at the time, probably.
No,
now
it
there's
was
over 30.
crazy. Like when Lawson came out to San Diego, he met my parents for 3 seconds at church, and then a week later I'm meeting his entire family, and it was really funny. And there were only 14 grandkids at the time, and now we're up to 32 in October, so it's pretty crazy.
32 or 3 or however many we'll see.
And there could be 33 grandkids, guys. And there was only one Bates daughter-in-law at that time, which was just Whitney, which is crazy.
Times have changed for the show.
There's 4 more, so it's
almost
crazy.
all of the Bates are married. Dad and mom have just a few loner kids left at the house, 5 or 6. It's not that much. As we were saying, guys, a lot of you guys are new. We're so grateful to have you following along here on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and share button because it keeps us being able to make all of these videos for you guys. Question 3, and now it's getting deep. How was your epidural?
My epidural was really great. I tried to wait as long as possible to get it. Obviously in the video you saw everything's a lot more condensed because it's a 30-minute video. So epidural was great. The anesthesiologist was wonderful. I don't know if you've ever gotten Novocaine in your mouth, for any dental procedures. When I got my wisdom teeth out, I was never put under. I just got 9 Novocaine shots. It literally just felt like a giant Novocaine shot in the back. It lasted 10 seconds and then everything was smooth. He was a great anesthesiologist. So I'm so grateful I do not have a horror story because I know a lot of women that I know have had really bad epidurals, so I'm very grateful.
Talented anesthesiologist, did a wonderful job. I'm gonna take a pause and grab the little man because he's making some noise and we want his life to just be perfect. Hang on.
Okay, there's his little foot.
Okay guys, I have learned to be the diaper king, I told you guys. So we're taking this pause for little man because he's the whole priority right now. And he's doing great, but he's gonna join our interview, so just hang tight. I was laughing, guys. I showed a video on Instagram talking about how if you pat him on the back for 6 to 7 hours, it might do some good. It's 50-50, and that's how it feels sometimes with the baby. I say all the time that he likes to sleep all day, party at night. That's his mantra. Eat, sleep, poop, repeat. That's our little fella. But we love him, and he's about to join the interview, so hang tight. I have learned how to swaddle a lot better than I did on day 1, and I've realized that the #1 thing with the whole parenting is don't rush anything because your life is forever changed for the good. And you just take things as they come to you, and that's okay. All right, buddy? All right, let's clean your face a little.
Lawson is in super dad mode right now. Here comes super dad, dad of the year.
No, I'm blessed, Dad. We got little man back. It seems to me that the biggest key so far, keeping him content 90% of the time, is immediately changing him and starting him on that bottle and burping him right when he wakes up. He doesn't get into that fussy mode where he's just so hard to talk off the wall of crying. But he loves being held like this with his feet in this little frog position.
He does.
And everything seems to work out. Alrighty, continuing 1 month in baby parenting. Ask us the next question.
We are experts, guys.
We're telling you all the things that went wrong, and we're seeking wisdom from all the parents out there. So just fire away.
Yes.
with all of your
Give
stuff.
any advice, you guys. I was totally kidding. We are not experts. We are only been parents for like 25 days or something. Okay.
25 days in, forever to go.
What surprised you during labor? Like there wasn't, I just had one nurse pretty much the entire time until it was actually time to push.
She was great.
She was amazing. I was just surprised how like chill it was. Like there wasn't a lot of activity.
She handled it like a total pro. I was
very-
even shocked at how just calm Tiffany's whole demeanor
Yeah.
was. You see these horror stories. Tiff was not one of those. She was like, okay, thanks guys. Can I buy you a Starbucks?
They were great. Like it was a really chill experience. I had oxygen on just because my blood pressure went down a little, which is a side effect of an epidural, so that's pretty common.
I think it was a side effect of the Pitocin.
Yeah, of the
So
Pitocin.
her heart rate was
Okay.
dropping, which also baby's heart rate was dropping, which was making us very nervous. It was staying below 120, and you obviously don't want that, and that makes you in a scenario where if you can't get it back up, then you're looking at cesarean, which we definitely didn't want to have to do a C-section. But at the end of the day, baby's health and mama's health are always going to be priority number one. So we didn't have to do the C-section. We're able to get those numbers looking better, but that is why Tiffany had to go on and off the oxygen throughout the birth and the pushing.
Pitocin does affect a lot. I probably won't do that next time, and I don't
Skip
want to do
that
that
if you
next time.
can.
We'll skip that if you can. What did you end up using and not using in your hospital bags? So the one thing I told
Good
Lawson to
question.
bring was a blanket. He didn't bring a blanket.
I forgot
so-
the pillow, I forgot the blanket.
So my
Y'all saw
parents-
the departure was absolute mayhem, but I did pull it together by the time we got to the hospital.
Yes, my parents ended up bringing him a blanket. I said, can you bring him a blanket from our house? Because he was freezing on that couch. But every hospital is different, so I did bring a lot of postpartum stuff because I know a girl who literally the hospital didn't provide ice packs, any like discreet wear, like any touch pads, no spray, no anything. And so I was shocked. If you can do a hospital tour and ask those questions and call your hospital ahead of time to see what they provide. Thankfully, they provided all the postpartum essentials for mom, so I didn't end up using any of that. I probably would have brought more baby onesies for him that actually fit. Just like
Sure.
Lawson said, we were not expecting the
We
baby
had some big ones.
to be that big. Like literally his whole family group text that we said every grandkid they do is guessing weight. Nobody guessed over 6
Out of
pounds,
all like
8
40 or
ounces.
50 people, 0 guesses over 7
Nobody
pounds.
guessed over 7 pounds, so our clothes were
He shocked the world.
yeah, it's funny because if we thought it was small, then I don't know why we packed bigger clothes, but that's just how it turned out. I pretty much used a lot of it except the postpartum stuff. Next time when we do hospital bag number 2, you'll see a significant reduction of what to bring.
Correct. That'll be for our little girl.
Yeah, or a
We'll be
boy. We're so
announcing that
grateful for a
soon.
boy. So grateful for a boy. Wouldn't change it for the world.
He can be the best big brother.
He's the greatest. Oh, he's sleeping, guys. Why are you walking so slow and how many stitches did you get? It's really funny.
Big question, a lot of opinions on the internet. I will step in because I was laughing, but it's also one of those things that it blows my mind. You see new moms who are trying to figure things out and struggle, and 99% of you guys are so supportive, giving your wisdom, your advice, and then there's always a few that are like, what's wrong with you? I didn't do it that way, or it should have been handled this way. But remember guys, you are you, and everybody's different. So I just laugh because some folks are like, you should be walking by this time, or you shouldn't be doing this. Try to give grace, and 99% of you guys do. There's always a couple who don't give grace, but hey, we live and learn as we go. So I think Tiff has been a pro, and folks were asking about like, why is it taking her so long to do stuff? So everybody's, stitches, recovery, whatever. Tiff wants to talk about that. But for what she went through, she's doing amazing so far.
I feel like if I was running after I gave birth, people would be like, why aren't you slowing down? And then if I go slow, they're like, why aren't you running?
Speed up.
But the reason why, if you watch our going home YouTube, you see Lawson lifting me up the front stairs in our
Yeah.
house. His mom has had 19 kids, which if you need advice from anybody, ask the woman who has had 19 kids. She said, when you have stitches, she said, do not take big steps. She's like, you shuffle. She said, have Lawson pick you up. She said, even taking
You
a
will-
step up the stairs, you will tear.
tear 'em.
So she said, have Lawson help you as much as possible so your healing can go faster. So that is why
I'm doing my
walking
duty
slow.
as a dad and a husband.
And stitches, I actually asked the doctor, I said, how many stitches? She goes, oh, just, a stitch. And I was like, okay. Like, she didn't really tell me. I think mentally it's probably good that I actually don't know how many.
Just wait to find out.
Because
Don't be demoralized
Yeah,
right
that
after
way.
you just did an amazing birth.
I know she said the baby came out. And I was like, okay. What's one postpartum thing you were not prepared for? So as a dad, what were you not prepared for? Because this is kind of your fourth trimester too.
We thought we were prepared as can be, and you can only do so much. But no matter what they tell you, you cannot prepare for the lack of sleep that you will, sleep you will not be getting post-birth. Because you go into the hospital, it's total chaos, mayhem, typically about 48 hours. And then you're trying to sleep on the little bench there. She's trying to sleep in the bed, recover, go to the bathroom, take a shower. All those things are just mind-bendingly slow. This little fella cries all night for at least the first week, it seems like. And you get back home and it's just you. We've thankfully had a lot of different folks come in and out who are super kind and helpful. Tiffany's parents have been helping with meals. They visited for a while. But boy, the no sleep, that's the only thing. The diapers, the handling, all of that, I've done it a lot of times and it just feels really natural and comfortable. But the no sleep, whew, bless us, Lord.
Yeah, no.
It says in the Bible, he gives his beloved sleep. I don't think we're very beloved right now.
No,
we do.
Super beloved. Thank you to his sister Adelaide came to our house for the second week we were back home just to help us with sleep a little. My mom's been cleaning, my dad's been cooking. I'm always prepared for the worst case scenario in anything. That way it is better, which is why I think the hospital, like the labor experience for me was so calm, because I was putting myself in a mental place where I would just give birth in a closet and no one would be there. So and a step up from that is amazing. Like, I don't know why my brain just goes there. I knew it would be difficult, but I'm the type of person where I like to get up and go. And it's really frustrating for me where, of course, when the baby's crying, your body's recovering, so you can't just like jump out of bed, grab the baby, start a bottle and use the restroom. Everything is just 100 times slower. It's a process. I'm not used to like my chest like producing milk all the time. It's just different when you're used to just go, as you see all the travel stuff we do, like we run and go. Like you can't run and go when your body's recovering and you have a newborn trying to figure out a rhythm. So I think for me it's just everything's slow. I'm not used to slow. Would you do pregnancy, birth, or postpartum? What would you do, Lawson? Pregnancy, birth, or both?
Oh boy, I'd be there to assist in all three of the above.
Or what was easiest, like, for you, like,
I'll tell you, that sticker shock, right, when that water actually breaks and you realize it's happening.
Yeah.
I was not ready for that. That was shocking. Never experienced anything like that in my life. Don't know what came over me. But everything else, I'm ready for. It will not happen that way again. I will be much more put together. But hey, there's a first time for everything. And so we got to experience all of those firsts with Will. Tiff handled it like a champ. She could do all three again and she would be phenomenal. But which are you the most comfortable doing again? Which are you the least comfortable? The 9 months, the birth itself, or the post?
It's so crazy because I would literally rather, like, in order of what I would do first, it would be labor and birth.
Because it's short and done with.
Yes, pregnancy and then postpartum. I would literally birth again tomorrow if it meant not going through the postpartum stuff. What's the easiest thing about being a mom and the easiest thing about being a dad?
Oh, I don't know if it's easy, but the greatest thing about being a dad, just getting to look at this little cutie all day and pray for him, imagine all the great things that you're going to do together, and just spend time together. Try your best to raise him to honor the Lord and be a blessing to the people that are in their lives. It's just so amazing. There's nothing more fascinating on the planet than human life. Obviously, that's the highest in God's value system, and we're supposed to be like Christ, and so it should always be the highest in our value system. Life is so precious. It's definitely a gift from God. And even when they're crying and pooping and making messes, you can still see the beauty in the growth. I think of us as kids, to have a child and to raise it, definitely the most fulfilling. I don't know that anything's necessarily easy about being a parent, but it sure makes you appreciate your parents and all they did for you. When you hold one of these little ones in your arms and realize that they're fully dependent on you, and you think of all the things that your parents did for you. They were just kids too at the time, and they had to figure it out. Now it's you.
We always joke, we're like, oh, we're just, you know, we're teen parents. And I'm like, no, we're well into our 20s and 30s, guys. We're not teen. We're like, we're just kids.
It's okay, buddy. Aw, okay, continue, Jeff.
Is it difficult having so many visitors?
I always say on YouTube, you have to remember that we show you maybe 2% of our lives. There's a lot of things happening that you guys don't get to see. People are like, why did this cut happen? Or why did it jump to this? We're editing these into vlogs. Ooh, that's a big burp. So a lot gets chopped out. We haven't had a huge amount of visitors. Tiffany's parents have come into town, staying at their place in Nashville, or coming over a lot, which is really fun, and they've just been a huge blessing, helping with food, cleaning up things while we try to focus on the baby. A lot of my family has come down to meet the baby, but none of them have stayed long except my sister Adelaide. We love getting to see him and celebrate little Will, but visitors have not been overwhelming at all.
Okay, am I nursing, formula pumping, any issues, and what are the supplements that I take? So I am nursing and I'm pumping, so I'm doing both. I feel like I have a supply of milk. That way it makes it easier for Lawson to warm up a bottle at night, or when we have Adelaide or someone helping us, I can give him a bottle. But I am nursing. We haven't started formula yet.
She's doing a great job. She's pumping great, and then we try to rotate on the night shifts to a degree. But when I say rotate, that's not like nobody gets 8 hours of sleep ever. That's like you get 3 hours instead of an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So that's our
we're
trade-off.
kind of both up at the same time. So supplements, I mean, I'm very grateful to Sister Erin, FaceTime her all the time. Like, what do I take, what I do? So just a basic post-natal, some magnesium, folate stool softener. You need that. Which isn't really a supplement, that's just something you need to take, which if you want, I can do something on my Instagram about the postpartum essentials. I'll probably put that on there for women, just to see actually what I used and what worked and what didn't for me. It's different for everybody. Like Dermoplast, that for me was a no-go. So those are some small things.
All the random baby content and information.
Yeah.
If you want to ask questions, Instagram, Tiffy Pics, Instagram, Law Baits, holler at us over there. And of course you can fire away with questions and information in these comments as well. We read them and we appreciate them.
What is the most realistic thing you used off your registry, and what is the stuff that you actually did not need?
Oh, I tell you what I've used a lot of, and I don't even know if it came from the registry or wherever, but diapers. I change like 10 to 15 a day. I've done 95% of them. Tiffany's a great diaper changer, but I try to alleviate that small burden because she's doing everything else. Her body has went through it all for this little baby, and she's nursing and doing all the magical things. So me changing him and trying to keep him wrapped and wake up a little in the night is really nothing. But diapers, oh my word, that was the most useful thing off the registry. The little crash cart has been very useful. I showed you that when we put together the nursery. Oh boy, yeah, check out the official nursery tour. That little crash cart, pushing it all around, having it in the living room, having it by the bed.
He has not been in his nursery one time.
Wherever he needs it.
He's been with us.
I'm scared he's gonna be a toddler, 5 years old, before he even gets in his nursery. We're gonna have to change it to like a car's room or something.
I know.
Instead of a cute baby thing.
I know. I really tailored it.
The Duna.
Oh yes, the Duna.
That car seat, my star.
Car seat stroller, your Duna. I feel like your Duna, your diapers, your bottles, that's all you need. Like literally that is all you need. And some onesies and wipes. Like your child will survive off of that. Like
Not from the registry, but my sister Michaela gave us a bunch of these swaddles, and at first I was like, we don't need that many, just let me take 1 or 2. We did need that many. We've got like 6 of them, and I use them every day because they're the perfect stretchiness, and I love them. So the swaddles from my sister.
Yes, every video we have plugged Michaela because we're grateful. Realistic thing that I didn't need, I think for me just the hand pumps, those really hurt.
Didn't work.
Didn't work. And I did tailor the...
Don't do the hand pumps.
Yeah, it really
Chunk
did.
that.
I mean, it works for some. A lot of my sister-in-laws love them. For me, it just didn't work. So again, it's a personal thing. But I tailored the registry to older toddler because they change so fast. One tip I do have for moms that I got from my sister-in-laws is never on your registry register for a blanket. I have about 20 blankets.
You get so many.
You get so many blankets.
Friends, family, and they're all great.
You will get swaddles and blankets, and they're amazing. So that is one thing you do not have to put on your registry because I promise you, you will get a blanket and swaddles.
Are we having more kids? Big question. We're definitely doing that. Not today, but we're definitely having more kids at some point.
What if we were like,
we're
gonna
have a little girl?
We're pregnant again.
Not yet.
That'd be crazy.
There will be more baby Bates in the future.
And we will adopt. We're still looking
We
at
will
that,
adopt, and we will have more children.
His name is Will, so we will do that.
We will have more kids.
I know, he's made it so easy. What advice would you give for postpartum, and what would you do differently next time?
I would just say appreciate every moment. Try to work very hard on having a really low reaction mentality, because a lot of crazy things are going to happen. Your tensions are going to be high, your anxiety, all of those things. So make sure that you prioritize your spouse. Of course, we're taking care of the baby and doing everything he needs, but remember, your spouse just went through so much. Their life has never been this way. They've never experienced any of this. The pain, the recovery, what their body's going through, the hormone changes, make sure that they're taken care of, feel seen, heard, and appreciated, and that you walk with them every step of the way, and that you're just attentive. No sharp answers or responses, and just try to take it all easy. It'll all work out the way God wants it to. People have been having these babies for thousands of years. And you can do it, guys. We're only 1 month in, and we are loving it. The benefits are a billion times bigger than the small and even the large inconveniences.
Have a really good support system. I think
definitely
giving yourself grace. Your house will be messy. It's hard to do meals, like things, really basic things. You kind of just gotta say, okay, it's gonna be a lot slower now. I think for women too, you're in the mentality of, like Lawson said, there's just so many new things going from your mind, thinking, am I a good mom? Like, am I taking care of things? Like, what's happening to me? Like, you just overthink so much because it's a whole new world. And so giving yourself grace and a good support system to call people or to ask for advice or ask for help. People want to help.
Let them.
Yeah, let them help you. Something that Aaron said his sister was like, plan something to look forward to. You're in the trenches of a newborn too. While you're in the newborn bubble, there's also trenches too. So we're not gonna be like, everything's great, because it is a lot of change. But have something to look forward to. So
we've got a beach trip planned.
Yeah, so just something that you're like, oh, that's something fun as a family. My brain is constantly going between, oh, I'm trying to savor all the newborn stuff, but I want time to go faster so I can heal, so I can like jump and like do things normal. But at the same time, I'm like, the quicker days go by, he's getting bigger. So your brain's going back and forth between, oh, I love it, but I'm hurting, and I love it, and I'm hurting. So you're just having something to look forward to.
He's only a tiny baby for a very short time. We're trying to savor all of that and take care of each other. It's a short time in your life, but it's their childhood, and make it as special as possible. I saw a quote that said, for most of your life, you'll know your children as adults. For a very short window, you'll get to know and see them as children. And we don't want to miss any of that.
There's a rabbit that just went by. That was so funny, just like hopped on.
There's a rabbit out there. We have great nature here in Tennessee. I'll show you the deer. Check out all these bucks, guys. $5. Visit every single evening across the front yard. Rabbits, tons of beautiful birds. We know Will is gonna love nature and travel as much as we do. Taking a beach trip soon, but it's gonna be a relaxing one. We're gonna take you guys with us.
We're gonna go surfing. No,
we've got more baby updates. Will's first official baby photo shoot. We're taking you to that. It's gonna be a blast. More family, more visitors, and just a lot of fun. We love you guys. We appreciate you following along. If you want to see more videos, ask more questions, and like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. We love you, and adios for now.
Oh my god. He did a little cry. He's like,
Did you guys think we were gonna leave without Will telling you goodbye? Of course we're not. Say bye, Will. Little cutie, he's been making all these faces. Leave a comment what you want to see next, what you want to know. If there were any questions that we missed, and we'll get to them. Love you guys. Adios.